Okay, you all better get back in. How do I get them to go back in? Oh, they don't care. Good morning, guys. I'm in the facelifted Honda Civic, and this is the one with the turbo. Turbo? Yeah, turbo. And it has the lane keep assist. It has the semi-autonomous. Do I call it semi-autonomous? No, it's the adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist. So that's the Honda sensing thingy. Let me try and raise the seats. The seats look really nice with that pattern in the middle, that racing pattern fabric in the middle. And for those of you to get a proper driving position, make sure your steering wheel is on your wrist. Yeah, that's the correct way. And you sort of have an angle. Of course, Con likes to do that. Con is like super near. I like to have a little. I mean, there are variations. It's all right as long as when your back is fully on the seats, your wrist is on the steering wheel. That's proper. And I like the tall center console because it doubles as an armrest, and it's just comfortable. Even though the materials are very proper C-segment Japanese car from what we expected, but of course we know there's a party pooper in this segment, which is the Mazda 3, and generally Mazdas now they are doing that. So it's incomparable in terms of fit and finish, material quality. The Mazdas are leaps ahead, but they also charge accordingly out of the normal affordability of C-segment Japanese cars. So we're not going to talk about that now. Everything remains. You have this psychedelic. I forgot which car was it. I think it was in the previous Honda Accord. When I saw this material, right, I don't know how do I come up with that term. I mean, all these are of course fake. It's not fake. I mean, it's a pattern inlay, but it sort of looks like wood, but in a 3D pattern kind of stuff. So I think I don't know why, but I call it space wood. It's like some space age future, but then it's still wood pattern. Yeah, it's just some pattern. Good. They did not attempt to emulate wood. Okay, enough of wood. All right. This is still the same. It still is the same, but do they used to have the physical buttons here? I'm not sure, but nothing to be proud of, but it functions. It works, but it just looks like something that you can buy off the shelf, you know, in terms of interface and all that. It's just, yeah, a Myvi could have had something that is maybe better in terms of interface and all that, but nonetheless, it's functional. It does everything you want it to do. Then the HVAC controls are here. They're all alright. So, oh, I get dual zone climate control. How's that, right? Yeah, cool. So, yep, I can control the climate here, and very logical layout, very nice layout. I'll go through the walk around review later. Yards of space in here. Huge middle console here, and let's drive. All right, put it to S. Supposed to be sport, and that's about it. I hope there's no monkeys below my car. I think I've mentioned it I learned to appreciate CVT gearboxes when I'm doing a hill climb drive, because they're just always in gear. But that was a naturally aspirated car, the one that I drove. This is a turbo, so it would be interesting to see how a turbo would react. Interesting. Oh, doggy, doggy, doggy. Oh, there are some cones over here. Let's slow down. Another doggy. Doggy, doggy. So the car was composed. Of course, it's a Civic at the end of the day. It's still a Civic. It's just that you don't get a lot of driver engagement, but it is composed. It is able to carry speed through. See, that's the thing. I have the pedal shifters, but there's no need to, because this is a CVT. Okay, the seats don't really grab me by the side bolsters, but I really don't feel, apart from the rather dramatic mechanical sound from the engine and transmission, the brakes feel nice, the turn-in is good, there's no need to shift gears, and the front reacts rather well. Oh, very good. Very good. Very good. Apart from the fact that I need to fixate myself on the seat, but other than that, that's doing well. See, the whole combination, the thing is about the combination. The engine and gearbox combines well visually, not audibly, because by listening to it, it sounds like something's breaking. Right? The whine and all that. But it works. It works. In terms of whether it is in tune with the chassis or not, sorry I had to do that. That's another question. Oh, I like the front end. No feel, absolutely zero feel from the steering wheel, but the front end visually, no understeer. It body rolls, but it sits nicely. But it doesn't talk to you through the steering. I would have wished that. I mean, Mazda would have done that better, but make no mistake, the car can take it. Of course, I'm not super familiar with this car, so I'm still rather conservative. Oh, the brakes bite really well. I was leaning on the brake pedals when I go in, and then as I go further, it bites without unsettling the car. I'm able to put where I want my front wheels to be. Precise. Visibility is fantastic. The bus, nice one. A big bus decided to overtake a smaller lorry on a tight band. Who's the Takumi, huh? You might be asking that question. Anyway, let's give it see, I give it a sharper turn in. It just sits on its outer wheels and then doesn't lose its trajectory. And I can power through these kind of curves, because when I put my foot down, the car doesn't need to downshift. It doesn't need to unsettle the car. It can just continue to power on. Very, very good. Lovely. Very nice. And I like this part where I'm half turning, right? But I'm doubting myself and the car, and of course, from the lack of bolster support, as I put my foot down on the brake pedals, it slows the car down without affecting my trajectory again. You see, that's very good. carry a lot of speed. Lovely tires as well. The tires are very, very grippy. I have to check what tires are they later on during my walk around review, but these are fantastic tires. Oh. Again, zero feel, no driver engagement, but very, very good chassis tuning, very good suspension. Very good drivetrain combination. Damn. Can carry so much speed. But one thing, the body, the way the body moves, right, is not the type that, how do I, again, I think I said the same thing. It's not the type of very, I can only use the word intuitive kind of chassis tuning, like that of the TNGA platforms, you know, or the MQB platforms. It's not that type. It's the type that it holds itself there, it does it tidily, it does it okay, blah blah. But you are always approaching it with a little bit of a, not nerve-wracking, but you can't let yourself all loose and enjoy it and flow with it. But nonetheless, it is a fantastically engineered for a C-segment family car. Not in the realms of a Mazda 3 or a Ford Focus in terms of all the new Corolla for that matter, but it more than makes up for itself with power, with technology, with specifications, and speed. Yeah, it's fast, and there's no need to put in the virtual gears because it's a CVT fundamentally, right? So the CVT is able to draw power every single time I put my foot down, especially on a hill climb. I experienced this when I drove the Vios and the Yaris, you know. All of us love to hate CVTs. I hate them as well. I hate the sound they make. I hate the sensation they feel. But you can't deny, in terms of being effective in putting down power, in drawing power at any rev range, at any given inclination, you know, and all that. You just put your foot down and power is there. And I can't deny that is effective, whether it's enjoyable or not. Again, same word can be said, same phrase. The body is effective in handling everything you throw at it. It sits in, it doesn't unsettle itself when you brake. You know what? One thing that you don't want is when you are turning a car and you felt you're a little bit too fast. You apply the brakes, and then it makes like a sensation of shifting the center of gravity to that wheel, and then lifting that. It gives you that unsettling feeling. You don't want that, right? But this guy just does it really well. Great brakes, great power, great performance, great space, practical inside here. Let's do the walk around. Lovely. I can't wait to do the downhill later. Maybe in another language. Cheers.